Okay. So who getting taken
Save
out,
the best for
Larry?
last.
Who getting taken out again,
I
Larry?
I think it's Mecca and Lorenzo.
Lorenzo. Okay. Oh, so you got the same picks as Miss K. So if
Is
you
that what
look
you
on
have?
my list, yep, look on my list
All
where
right,
it
there you
say
go.
Miss
Great
K.
minds think alike. Great
So,
minds
ladies
think
and
alike.
gentlemen, leave me a comment. Do you want me to do some gambling? Do you want to do some gambling on who's gonna? We can treat this like the Super Bowl. What? You know, whoever can guess who dies, you win a free stock from your boy Lamont Tyson if you got a Robin Hood account.
Look at
So,
that.
you know, we gonna do something like that. But
So
Larry,
this, so,
go ahead,
but
Larry.
I think Diana's gonna kill Mecca, and I
Mhm.
think Monet's gonna kill Lorenzo. She's either gonna kill Lorenzo or she's gonna order the death of Lorenzo. And I think what's gonna happen, it's gonna leave her back in control of the family, but it's not gonna be like that cemented control because now I think you're gonna have Diana she's gonna have broker cherry, she's gonna want a piece of the game more,
Oh,
and
oh,
she's gonna
mm,
now be struggling with Monet. She's not going to be afraid of Monet anymore. She's going to see her mom as she
mhm.
already sees her mom as flawed. She knows her mom is, has all these secrets and other secret kid and relationship what's going on. She doesn't look at her mom in the same way anymore. So I think moving forward, there might be a power struggle. Right now, they're trying to put it as this power struggle between Kane and what's old boy's name, the middle kid, um
Drew,
Drew. They're
Drew.
trying to make it seem like there's a
Yeah.
power struggle between Kane and Drew for who's going to take over the family. I don't think they're paying any attention to Diana, and I think Diana's going to be the one that actually takes over the family. And so, but I think it's going to be a whole season of struggle between Diana and Monet.
Lorenzo not dying. You can just book that.
I don't
Lorenzo is
know.
not dying. He's not going nowhere, Larry. It's definitely going to be Mecca, Freaky Zeke, and there's one other person that need to die, or story arc seems like it's starting to run out of steam, possibly, and that's Everett, because there's a lot of people that want the daddy. Lorenzo wants to see Everett dead because he's a loose end. So Larry, no one on my list up. I take that back. Moochie said Mecca and Everett are gonna die. That's who Moochie got. Moochie got Mecca and Everett.
I see. I feel you with Everett. Here's the problem, though.
Right, right.
They know that if they kill Everett, there is going to be so much heat coming for them because you've already had the GTG kid killed on campus. You had Jabari that was murdered. And then you have Professor Milgram that was eviscerated on the stand and then committed suicide supposedly, I
I'm
mean,
still sad, Larry. I'm still sad, Deborah.
I mean, you have all these people that are popping up either dead. Well, they're popping up dead either way, but either murdered or somehow just dead. If you have another kid that shows up dead, they're going to go to the ends of the earth and back to find out who did it. I mean, you can't have all these Ivy Leaguers showing up dead and no one knows what's going on. So I think they recognize that if you take out Everett, it's just going to be way too much heat.
So let me show you. Let me tell you what Moochie said. Moochie's prediction was Mecca and Everett, and that Kane would either go to jail or be on the run. I can see Kane being on the run. I can definitely.
You think he's going to leave and run to Chicago?
That would be fly, but I don't think they're going to do him like that. I don't think they're going to do him like that. But that would definitely be fly. Maybe he's got something to do with the mysterious disappearance of Lauren, because I do believe Effie and Kane made some kind of shake my hand backdoor deal dealing with Kane. We'll see. But Larry, let's make predictions for the coming episode, and of course, I got clips to help you get your mind right. So let's take a look at the trailer first. Then, Larry, I'm going to show you all the little stuff that has dropped out this week. So, trailer comes first, people. Here we go.
You ready to do this or what? I'm in.
All's fair in love and war.
Why you backing out now?
I'm just saying we need to be careful.
We do whatever it takes for love.
You're not alone, okay?
We do whatever it takes for power.
It's him or me, Kane.
After this, you ain't never gonna be the same.
Larry, in the very beginning, did you catch Mecca talking to Monet? And she wants to know, why is he backing out?
Yeah.
So Larry, what is he backing out of? She sure the hell ain't talking about him putting out a classic Cadillac out of the garage. So what is he backing out of?
Sounds to me like we know he's not stupid when he showed up at the house and her and Kane were up in there. It's not like dude was stupid. He knew what was going on. He knew that Kane had robbed him, which means he knew that Monet had robbed him. So, I mean, I think now at this point he's just basically like, okay, you guys won't play me like I'm a chump, like I'm stupid. All right, let me show you how this works. I mean, let's not forget, Mecca may be a lot of things, but the dude is a survivor, and not just a survivor. He's a thriver, because you see what he's done. How many people you think get to run around the country, run around the world, diming out, cartels in multiple countries, diming out gun runners and everyone else, and he's living the high life on private jets and yachts and still basically being able to work with him, with immunity, running drugs, because the government knows exactly what he's doing, where he's doing it, who he's doing it with, but they just turn the other cheek because he's got the info they want. And
now, Larry, let me just say this. If it was like that in real life, more people could be informants and live the life he's living. It wouldn't be no crime in the world, because everybody would be telling their ass on everybody. Nobody would be doing crime, because everybody would want to live this life where you're going to be hidden somewhere in the Poconos, but when they need you, you get to swoop down in private jets and drive fast cars. He kills people with immunity. He just boop, boop, boop with immunity. So if it was like this in real life, it wouldn't be no more crime, because everybody would be too scared that there's an informant around every single corner, which is why he's got to die, Larry. That's exactly why he's got to die.
That's part of the reason too, I think so. But part of it is he doesn't kill, from what I've seen, he's not running around killing civilians. And that makes a big difference, And he's not killing people in stupid places. I mean, like, he may have killed his boy at his house and killed two of his boys at his house, I believe it was. The one dude that he took offline that first time, and then the chef. But you got these other dudes running around killing people at schools and shooting them in Central Park and every place else. Mecca's a little bit smarter than that. So, and I mean, the dude, if you look at the way he's been living and thriving, I mean, he's not dumb. You can think of him as, like, people can think, oh, he's dumb, he's about to get played by this. I mean, this dude's been running around making deals with the government, still making deals with all these drug lords and everything else. Obviously, people are still working with him because he's getting weight from somewhere,
Oh, he getting that from the government, Larry. He getting that from the government. He getting some from the government, and then he's in a pipeline. But you would think, this is what I still don't understand, Larry. We never expected Kane to use his head and do due diligence and try to figure out the background of Mecca. Right. It is so it was just so transparent to Tariq to do cross-examination on this dude, and he gets information on this guy literally like that at the snap of a finger, just like that. And then what about Monet? Monet claims she knew he was an international trader, and you would think in the drug game you can't trust nobody. You would think she would have had a private eye, get all the information they could on Dante so that she would know what he's really been up to the last 20 years. So was that just the writing trying to show Tariq is ghost number 2, or was this just a case of everybody just dumb?
Part of me feels like everybody's just dumb in one way, because part of me is thinking like, okay, here you are, you have, they just robbed this dude, right? They're supposed to be splitting up whatever they get so that the Tejadas can get their dope going, and Tariq can get his money for his lawyer and all. They're supposed to be divvying stuff up, but they didn't even do an inventory. He didn't even know what was in that bag. He went to the bag all later after the fact and then just found out what was in there. I mean, he could have been used that, you know, or whatever else was there. We don't know what else was there. Because it was like he went in the bag and looked at the papers, and then he was sort of done at that point. Made his phone call. We don't know what else was in there because he shut the bag up. So I don't know. Some of the stuff I think they were asking us to suspend our disbelief a little bit too much, but I liked the way Tariq played it. He wasn't just like, you know, when dude was in his room, it wasn't like he was all shook. He was basically like, look, dude, here's what it is. You know who you are. I know who you are. You know, if I show up dead, these papers get up all over the place, and there's gonna be people from all over the world coming looking for you. So
it's too late for that, Larry. Cristobal coming looking for him. Plus, 2-Bit still has a favor that he needs to get from Tariq, so 2-Bit ain't about to let Tariq die either. So
I'll tell you, I don't know how 2-Bit must be real cheap in the strip club because 50 grand can't last that long. You know, and New York is expensive. Rent is expensive, so I don't know where he's living and where he's partying, but he must be doing it on a budget.
In honor of Larry, because the rent in New York is really high, there is another party that you can vote for in New York, and I'll let Larry listen to it.
I represent the rent is too damn high party. Playing a silly game, but it's not going to happen. The rent too damn high movement. The people I'm here to represent can't afford to pay their rent. Listen, someone's stomach, child's stomach just growled. Did you hear it? Rent is too damn high.
And you know what, Larry? You look back on it, he would have made a better governor than Cuomo when you give that hindsight 2020. The rent is too damn high. All right, Big Larry. I got one more clip for you to take a look at before we get off power. So, by the way, to all the 370 people in here, please give us 370 likes. Be sure to come back this week for interviews with the next youngest one in charge coming to get that Hollywood crown, Imani Lewis. She's on Hightown. She plays Charmaine. And then for my power fans, Thursday at 9 p.m., Shane Johnson, Cooper Sachs. He'll be in the building. Larry will get to be one of my special guests that come on and ask a quick question. So you don't want to miss that. Get ready for it. Larry, take a look at this, man. They dropped this week. I don't know where these people be finding these clips at, but they dropping them. So take a look at this one. Larry, he laying that icing on thick, bro. He buying that love. Now, did you see the way Freaky Zeke was smiling when he showed him that car and gave him them keys? Freaky Zeke looking like the cat that ate the canary in that morning. He was smiling, cheesing hard as hell. But Larry, do you think he's gonna fall for this? And let me give you let me go ahead, Larry.
I was just gonna say, I hope not. I hope that Freaky Zeke realizes, regardless of all the silliness that people are doing around him, he has to remember that he's not doing it. And he has to also remember that he still has the league. As much silliness has gone on, as much as he may not be the number one draft pick right now, he's still probably going first round. He might go real late in the first round, but he's still going first round. He's still going to make millions of dollars. And in 3-4 months, he can look back and say, woo, I'm glad that is all behind me now. He can go live in some city in Minnesota or somewhere, go find him a nice woman and, you know, live his life, or not have a nice woman. And he wants to be Freaky Zeke. He can go live his Freaky Zeke to the fullest in the league and play ball and have fun and let his family do whatever craziness they're going to do, you know?
So Larry, when I said he's trying to buy love, you know, people try to get in my comments and start trying to throw arrows. The best thing I can say about those individuals are you're highly uneducated. He is literally trying to bribe his own son. You don't win the affection of somebody you care about by buying them items. You win those people by showing your heart. That's how you do it. And so you folks out here talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. I smile, I laugh, and I think about you guys in your comments, and I say that is exactly what the hell is wrong with America. That's all.
And you know, and here's the thing, right? Is that Mecca's already doing half of what you need to do, which is simply showing up.
That's love. That's love.
Just showing up is half the battle. And
Right.
he's already doing that. He doesn't need to give him a Porsche. He doesn't need to buy the affections of. I mean, if you're gonna do something, I thought what he offered was really generous and really showing some affection when he said, if you want to go to the league, I will get you a personal coach that you can work with for the rest of the
Yep.
season. I thought that was
Exactly.
something real.
Exactly.
Not this.
Exactly.
Not this. Oh, here's a Porsche. I mean,
Right.
he's
Here's
going to
a
be able to
Porsche.
buy his own Porsche in a couple of months when he goes to the league. But if you're talking about give him a coach, help him, give him something that's going to help better himself, you know?
Exactly. Teach a man to fish, Larry, and he'll
Yes.
feed himself. You give a man a fish, he's only going to eat for a day
Right.
and become
Right.
dependent.
And it's not like
Go ahead.
And it's not like Mecca was gone because he was a deadbeat. He was gone because he didn't know he had a kid.
Yeah.
You know? And when he found out he had a kid, dude was back. He was like, "Nah, I found out I had a kid. I'm back. I'm not going anywhere." You know?
So Larry, so for you, Larry, the fact that, and I know I'm just asking, the fact that he came back to be with his kid, does that supersede him, quote unquote, being a snitch in your mind?
I mean, he's still a snitch, but he's still a snitch. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, if I was
in being a snitch, a good thing, aren't we trying to get more people to be a snitch?
No, because he's not a snitch in the way that that a legit dude. Like, he's a criminal. I mean, he's still selling drugs and poisoning the community and killing people. He's just a snitch so that he can continue to run drugs and guns and everything else and get away with it. He's not really trying to better the community in any kind of way. It's different. If someone's a snitch, if you happen to witness a murder, like the woman who saw Tariq and Kane kill Jabari in the park, if she snitches, that's a good snitch. You know, that's doing your civic duty. You saw somebody get murdered and you're going, you just tell the cops inside to testify. That's being a good snitch. He's just continuing to do what he wants to do and getting away with it by turning in somebody that's a little bit higher up the food chain. Eventually, somebody's gonna, eventually he's gonna get high enough. Well, if he's smart, he won't move any higher, but he seems like he's moving enough weight that he's gonna be pretty damn high. Eventually, the feds are gonna want him instead of him just keep turning people in. So they're gonna take him off the board. I mean, eventually, everybody who's a snitch like that gets taken off the board. So you might as well live it up because your life is gonna be short.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please post us all your comments. Be sure to like the video.